Good morning, guys. Denise Guru again, here again this morning. It's just me. Zachary is not here. I just did a morning meditation, and they were screaming at me to get up there and meditate, that they had something that they wanted me to say. And I think this was probably prompted by the shooting in Las Vegas. And this is actually a message to the light warriors and the light workers. And those of you who happen to read any of my dragon horse books know that a lot of what I write in there is things that we are going through in today's world. I just put it in a fantasy setting. But anyways, this message kind of answers some questions for me. And so this morning my A team came through, and those of you who know the Dragon Horse books know that I work with dragon energy, not to be confused with reptilian and Draco. The dragons were actually just like the original humans. We were part of Gaia. We were made from Gaia, and the dragons got a bad rap, and we know all about that. What happened with the Arthurian stuff and slaying the dragons and all of that. So anyways, I'm going to read you my message because I got it in my meditation, and then I had to sit down and finish it by writing it out. So this is for the light warriors and the light workers, and it also for those who are wondering, what's happening to these poor innocent souls that are being taken down during these shootings. And a lot of this is real. Some of it, of course, we know it's like the deep state, fighting in the darkness, fighting to stop what's going on. And we're just wondering what's happening. What happens to these sweet, innocent souls that get taken down? So, anyways, let me fly here. Something buzzing. Let me read what I got in my meditation. I think you'll find it very interesting. Light workers and light warriors, the new world you are waiting to go into is already there. Your visions and glimpses are your memories of a world you have already created. You are not seeing things that are coming, but seeing what is already there, for the event has already occurred. Those here who are wanting to go home are those who have come back again to finish this fight. Your home is the new earth. It is just as we imagine, because it is already there. So yes, many of us have come back because the event has already occurred. So light workers, light warriors, we are always doing this job. You heard the call once again, always a warrior. You choose to come back here to help the last of those who awaken and want to rise to the new world. This is the very last chapter in the clearing of the old earth. This is why things are so very hard. Those who are still fighting for the dark do not want to let go. So many of them are heavily inbred and cannot change and will go back to source. And what I mean by inbred is, we know the dark, how the dark side have been infiltrating humanity and making races of their own. The Greys, the bad Anunnaki, the reptilians, and so many others. So those who do not want to change, when this is all said and done, will go back to source, and then they will have a fresh new start. Those of you who have come back to help are waking those who have come back to help are waking very fast, as you can see. The more they wake, the harder the darkness will push back. Do not be sad, for those innocent souls who have lost their lives prematurely in this war have awoken on the new earth So they have just been jettisoned right to the new earth. How cool is that? So let's not grieve and continually grieve for these, because that's what they want us to do. They want us to lower our vibration. They want us to stay depressed. Now, all of this includes the animal and the plant realms. They have too been subjected to the programming and the treatments that we've been. So many of them too have chosen to return to help and to be guards for the light warriors that choose to come back. I mean, we hear so many stories about how so many souls have been saved by their animals. And, you know, we have the plant realm still here that are offering their services, but we tend to exploit every one of them. We exploit the animals, we exploit the plants and the minerals. That needs to stop. The final event, the last chapter of this final event, now remember, the event has already occurred. We are in the last chapter of the event. And it will finish when the final soul here awakens. We as light warriors all think we need to do something. We always think we need to be the boots on the ground and get involved. And I feel so bad because I feel like I need to be doing something, and I don't know what it is, and so we need to stop that. Most of us here are just to hold the light, and you've heard this before, to incorporate the energies from our sun and the cosmos, mixing it with the energies of Gaia and letting it shine through us. There's a mix here, people. It's not just the cosmic energies. There is a symbiotic mix here, something that we've forgotten. Humanity has been programmed to block the sun and the earth energies, stopping the symbiotic cycle. It's that sharing, the cycle. We are all of earth, and the sun is part of this. It is much like the human body that has a blockage of energy, which causes the illness. You know, we go to the Reiki people to, you know, help them. We have acupressure, acupuncture, which helps to get these meridians flowing in our body, you know. So, you know, because our body is symbiotic, you know, all the little pieces and parts need to work together harmoniously for this body to continue. The human is made from Gaia, and there is a shared and mixing of energies that is the microcosmic orbit, which has been disrupted by the darkness. Humans must clear their own blockages and once again enter in this symbiotic energetic mix to restore balance. This is their doorway to the new earth. So we talk about this, you know, the earthing. Everybody is talking about the earthing, and it goes much further than that. It's the realization and awakening back to this energetic mix. You know, without our heart, our body doesn't work. Without the blood running through our veins, the body doesn't work. And this is what has been happening with Gaia. The more we cut ourselves off from her and all the natural realms, the sicker this third D earth becomes. And so those of us who have remembered this and have restored our connection back to Gaia have entered into the new earth. They're already there. So many of us, like me and you, who are watching this video, we've chosen to come back. And it's so funny because I wrote about this, and I'm not trying to sell books. This is just exciting for me because my third book of the Dragon Horse Saga talks about this exact same thing. And a lot of times, you know, so many of us who write or channel, you know, we're just like, oh, you know, at that time, we're just thinking it's just our imagination. And, you know, we're coming up with this really cool stories. But this is what's going on in our world today. So, and I also want to talk real fast about our bodies. our bodies. We, you know, when I meditate and I do self-healing, you know, death isn't, this is a programming within us. This is a bad Anunnaki programming. Death is not supposed to be happening. Not every 70 to 100 years. We are supposed to have our bodies so much longer than this. And it's a block in our brain. We need to breach that block. The other day, I was dealing with a lot of jaw pain and a lot of headaches. And I've had a lot of work done on my teeth. I had 2 broken teeth. And my dentist is like, I'm kind of worried. I just, you know, we don't want that nerve in this bottom tooth here to die. And if it does, you're going to need a root canal. And, you know, I was like, I just told him, I said, I just had an instant, I had that clear cognizant message that that's going to be fine. That is going to be, well, the tooth up here was starting to bother me. And it was like, so I'm like, you know what? Screw this. Spontaneous healing. We have the ability, people. We just have to breach that programming. And so I went upstairs and I got out. I have 2 rainbow bogies. I wish I would have brought them down. I have 2 beautiful rainbow bogie stones, and I work a lot with those. And I held both of them, and I sat down and I said, enough of this crap. And I refer to me and my body as we. We have decided that we are going to heal now. We will heal. We will breach this implant. We will regenerate. We will stop the aging process. We can do this. I have the power. I reclaim my power. And it's really interesting because when I was doing that, in comes the Black Panther. And the Black Panther was my very first power animal when I started on this path back in the early 90s. And the last 10 years, it was just like this block. My panther, I haven't seen this panther. And you've heard me talk about my panther before, you know, working with one of my friends who was a Cherokee medicine woman, and how when she was doing some work, my panther came in and how it affected me. And so when I'm doing this spontaneous self-healing, in comes Mesmira, and that's her name, my Black Panther. And Panther is reclaiming your power. And so I once again had to reclaim my power. And I also asked for my raven and my flicker. And they're all about reclaiming your power and coming, you know, your magic is becoming stronger, and all about you've been doing the work and you've done the work to accomplish what it is you need. And I sat and did this, and I was very adamant about this, and took 20 minutes, headache was gone, jaw pain was gone, I felt energized, and I've just felt great ever since. And this was Sunday. And I haven't had to, I usually have to take a half aspirin, and I haven't been having to do this. So you guys, you can do this. This is who we once were. This has all been taken away from us. And, you know, us Reiki people, we're not doing anybody any service by healing them. We say, oh, we are facilitators, but a lot of us don't believe that. We have that ego that we have not been able to control, and I healed this person, and I healed that, and I did this. And we need to awaken everybody to the we of who we are. Our soul and our body is a we, and we need to teach them to love their body. We need to teach them to waken up to the fact that their body is an entity, and their body wants to be loved and wants to be treated like a temple. It houses our soul. It is more than a car, you guys. And we need to and we just treat it like trash. And so we need to wake up to this. And healers, you need to teach your people how to do this. You need to teach your people. They need to love their bodies first. And it has nothing to do with narcissism. And so, and teach them that they can heal themselves. This is what we need to be doing. So I'm on a rant here, but when I was getting ready, I'm getting ready for work, guys. Here I am still in my pajamas. And it was like, my A team is like, you need to do this. You need to sit down. We have a message for you, and you need to put it on video right now. And so here I am. I need to get ready to go to work. But Lightworkers and Lightwarriors, we've already been through this once. That's why it seems like it's so hard for us right now. And, you know, those who have been Lightworkers and warriors, you know, those who are really boots on the ground, the ones, and they've been taken out, they either come back and finish this, or they go to the new earth, or they go to their planets they came from, they go back home. And, you know, the people here that are caught in the crossfires, they get their ticket right to the new earth. Remember, it's already there. Time is not linear. And once we awaken to that, we will go, oh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. That's why I'm having all these visions. You know, you hear people about, they're having these visions of tidal waves. And I went through that back in the early, like 2002, 2003. I kept seeing all these tidal waves, and, you know, they're saying today, oh, that's the energies coming through now. You know, we're all seeing it's the energies coming in to change us. And we've already been through that. It's already been done. So here we are cleaning up. We're in this cleanup. We're the cleanup crew. We're cleaning up the last ones that we missed on the first event. I mean, how cool is that? You know, and if you listen to, if you read the Voyager books, Anna Dean, she changed her name. What did she change her name to? Anyways, the Voyager books, she talks about the same thing. The third Earth is going to turn into stardust again, and those who choose not to awaken, they get to go back to source, and they get to have a reset and start all over again. For them, that's not a bad thing, you know. I mean, they're not done, but they get a reset. They have to start all over again. So anyways, that was my insight for today, and some of you will resonate with it, and some of you will not. It's just where you're at. Those of you who have stayed on the earth when the first event occurred, there are many of you who are waking up now. And isn't that cool that we all had a second choice, second chance? So anyways, that's what I have for you today. So let's not get all excited, guys. It's all good. It's all good, okay? Well, unless you're in the dark side. All right, talk to you soon.